Hey guys, am I audible? And is my screen visible? All right. Um, all right. So let's get start with the presentation. Let me just quickly go to the slideshow. Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Raja Majumdar, and I'm currently researching on cryptography with the help of artificial intelligence. So that suggests the name of this talk as artificial intelligence X cryptography, a game changer for the cybersecurity. So basically, let's start with who am I? So I'm an independent student researcher at University of Calcutta, researching on different cryptographic protocols using the help of machine learning and artificial intelligence. To be specific, it is deep learning, and I'm currently using the CNN. So nice to meet you all. And today I will be presenting on the topic of cryptography with the help of artificial intelligence. So let's get started with the slides. So first thing is the evolution of the cyber threats. So what do we mean by that? Actually, in our day-to-day life, uh, behind the scenes, what we as a security personnel really are interested in the evolution of cyber threats. That means by time how the threats of cyber attacks have evolved into this form which we currently see today. So to take some historical context, we can see we have the I love you virus and Melissa, which you all know, that targeted the Microsoft Outlook system. Over millions of computers were bankrupt, were have been attacked by this kind of viruses, and the threats actually keep evolving with time. Attackers find really interesting way to breach into the systems and to do their stuff. So basically we need to understand how actually they do it and what are their mindset and how they actually control all these things. So that is the context of us behind studying the evolution of cyber threats. And there have been instances of rising the sophistication of the attacks. That means they use more powerful tools, more powerful and unique techniques. They brainstorm about it, and then they create something. So, for example, if we talk the sophistication of their attacks, we can see we have like zero-day exploits and polymorphic malware, which can change their forms actually. So this is what we know about the evolving scenario of cyber threats right now. You can see this is a research on ResearchGate. You can see that uh, actually it starts from an individual hacker group or a hack enthusiast, we can say, and it keeps on growing for motivational and planned attacks, for financial attacks, then organized crimes, and then it keeps on going, like crippling the cyber attacks on NCI and all. Like they target the big systems, they target the conglomerate, and they target the industries. So by this way you can estimate how the cyber threats are actually evolving and attacking our systems. Let's move on to our next slide, which is about our traditional cryptography. So basically, in traditional cryptography, actually, cryptography means a way by which you can actually uh, encode something, okay, and you know the system of it, how to decode it. So by traditional cryptography, we means that our historical approaches, which is taken in cryptography to safeguard your data, right? So basically, cryptography is the means by which you safeguard your data, and we have some basics of cryptography, which is the basic ciphers, you can say, and then more powerful algorithms, which till date is unbreakable. For example, our AES or RSA, which are really strong algorithms, which are still used in modern day scenarios. But traditional cryptography has some limitations because of the rising computational powers in the current day world. So basically, if you talk about like ciphers and all, we have already broken uh, and attacked so many ciphers that they are unusual right now. And then if we talk about like more advanced algorithms for AES or RSA, which are really strong, but with the help of enough computational powers, it has been proven that we can break them. So that is the only limitations. And with the rise of quantum computing and the quantum computing algorithms and immense computational powers of the attackers, they can easily break these traditional cryptographies techniques. So that is the modern day threat. Like how will we safeguard our data if there exists a system which can break the encryption, right? So that is where we actually need something uh, which we can rely on, right? So that is where we are using technology to balance the technology. Like we are using technology to fight technology kind of scenario. So that is where artificial intelligence comes in into cryptography. So uh, let's go to our next slide, which is let us learn a little bit about this term of artificial intelligence. So, to get you an overview what artificial intelligence is, suppose you have a machine who can think. So, this is the same question Alan Turing actually mentioned in his paper. Can machine think? So, in today's world, AI is a hot topic, right? And to give you a brief, AI is nothing but a machine who can think, right? Not a single machine that you traditionally have used, a machine which is self-capable of learning. That is what we call artificial intelligence in a machine, right? Because it is actually intelligence, it shows human-like behavior. It can do work like a human, but it is a machine. Okay. And this intelligence is created by human and the system. So that is why we call it artificial. So AI actually has been implemented uh, um, since a long way, and recently it has been a hot topic, and recently it has found a lot of uses in every industry and every domain. So why not in security, right? So we can use this really interesting thing to actually secure our systems, and not only secure but to detect and to to uh, to make a system which is resilient to those kind of attacks, right? So we have machine learning, and a subtopic of it is a deep learning through which you can implement this kind of really cool techniques. So machine learning is what I have said till now, a machine who can think and learn. And deep learning is nothing but going into the deeper cognitive skills of a machine who can do an actual work like a human, who can behave like a human. So with this, what we are jumping onto is something which we call AI in cybersecurity. That is the use of AI in case of like securing a system, okay, or a device. So if you talk about the roles of AI, so AI on the other hand is a very powerful technique which finds its usage in almost every domain, right? And it plays a pivotal role in cybersecurity. Maybe it is automating the threat detection, analyzing the patterns by which we are well versed with, and making real-time decisions quicker than humans to mitigate the risk. For example, if you have a, a dedicated team who are continuously monitoring the threats, we know that they are fully efficient and they can work really fast. But think of a system, okay, which can trigger in a fraction of a second, right? Humans are efficient, but we have some limitations, right? So here comes AI, which provides this kind of facilities to a system so that you can just automate everything, right? It can take its own decisions, it can analyze the patterns, it can detect the threats, and it can help you to monitor and take proper ways, like take proper decisions, okay, against that risk. So a lot of time we actually fail to take that, but AI, because it is a system, okay, its failure is far less than human. So in this kind of scenarios, we find AI to do better than humans. Okay. So other than that, we have like real-time monitoring. So suppose you have a guard over there versus you have a AI camera over there which can detect threats. So you feed your AI the data which is impossible to store for a human brain, right? So it can detect anything, anywhere, anytime. And not only that, it will provide you real-time monitoring reports generated by it, okay, which will take much longer time for a human to analyze, see, and get a report of its own, right? So in that scenarios also AI actually beats human. So it allows you to take immediate detection of anomalies or like potential security breaches that is happening on a fraction of a second, right? So which reduces the response time, okay, which we actually need for a dedicated team to work there. So by utilizing the power of AI, you are doing all of this and maintaining, like reducing your response time, right? Which is much, much better than a human. Okay. So saying this, now we can think that what if we include this AI in case of cryptography, right? So that is where we say AI powered cryptography. So cryptography is the technique, and you are giving the power of AI to it, so that the thing becomes very robust and very much fast. Okay, so for example, we can see we can have some integration of AI with cryptography by leveraging the machine learning algorithms, okay, to enhance the encryption process. For example, like we can make such a system which can adapt to dynamic security changes, okay. For example, you are detecting some kind of threats against a system, and you're telling your AI, okay, listen buddy, you need to change the system according to the threats you find, right? So don't use the same kind of system because it is already vulnerable. So AI, your buddy, will say that, yeah, okay, now I have learned how to use these kind of techniques in this kind of scenarios. Okay, so you don't need to bother. Okay, just let me do my work. This is how you can train an AI to adapt the changes. Okay, that is happening with every security breach. Okay. Next thing is you can enhance the processes. For example, if you are using those kind of traditional techniques to secure your data, you can actually train your AI based on those, and you can ask it how can we actually improve it, or you can teach it how to improve the system, and it will work accordingly. For example, it can help you to have a robust dynamic encryption algorithm. Uh, it can help you with key management. It can help you with key generation. It can ensure that it has a better protection against the evolving threats. For example, the kind of threat we are actually worried about, okay, which can evolve itself, okay, after attacking. So those kind of techniques or those kind of threats cannot be solved by a normal system, because normal system is actually trained to do a specific task. It is not dynamic, right? But if you teach an AI how to do it, and it has that dynamicness and it has that less response time, it will perform much better than any normal system. So this is why you use AI and the power of AI in case of cryptography. Not only that, for example, if you are using, let us get into deeper systems. For example, you are using this algorithm to detect some kind of patterns, right? For example, you know that every malware or every virus has some kind of pattern of bytecode or some kind of pattern it leaves behind, right? The traces. So, for example, if I take those traces, compile them, and then feed it to my AI, that if you see these kind of traces, you know what to do, right? So AI will learn accordingly, and it will tell you, it has that potential to tell you that yes, this is the cause of this thing, right? Not only that, this is a static thing, right? We can also do that, okay? We can also analyze this thing and check it, if like this is what we think it is, okay? But for example, in case of polymorphic malwares or in case of dynamic viruses, which actually change their states, okay, after entering into the system, if you tell the AI to watch that kind of pattern, okay, which by means of human or us or threat detectors, it will take so much time because we need to do it manually, and we need to or if we do, if we go for automation also, you need to go and check it manually, like it is your duty. So in case of AI, the response time is much faster, much faster, because within a blink of an eye, it will say that yeah, I have detected this thing. Okay, the most probable virus or most probable something, some kind of threat that could be matching with this pattern is this thing. Okay, then if you get that hint or if you get that report from the AI, you can proceed in that direction. You will definitely find the threat, right? So this is the power of cryptography with AI we are talking about. Okay. For example, if you like, I can share some details of my research. For example, if you want to detect some kind of pattern damage that has been done by a malware, okay, so, for example, there is a ransomware which actually encrypts your data, and you want to find that ransomware which is using a specific algorithm, right? It has been using a specific cryptographic algorithm. But the thing is, after encrypting the data, you do not know which kind of encryption is it, or you do not know what kind of algorithm it actually used, right? But if you use the AI and train it to recognize the pattern and all, you will definitely find that this kind of pattern is generated by this kind of malwares, which actually uses this kind of algorithms, right? And if you train it rigorously, and if you train with a good and well balanced data set, then there is a high chances that you can get the exact algorithm it has used, right? And if you find that exact algorithm, you know the vulnerability of the algorithm, and within a fraction of a second, you can break that algorithm, and the ransomware actually fails, right? So this is the power of AI in cryptography we are talking about. So saying that, the main point I want to make here is AI is a really powerful tool. And if you use that in cryptography, there are much more possibilities of us of defending those kind of cyber threats, which actually include really sophisticated methods, okay, which would take long hours or days or even months for us humans to actually go and decode all of them, to go through the source code, go like to find a way, right? Because our human mind actually gets a panic when there is a threat attack or something. Okay, so AI, on the other hand, will be a boon for us because it can actually do stuff which is far beyond our imagination. So if we can actually train them well enough with good source of data, we can harvest their power of AI in case of cryptography, and that would be the changing point of AI in cybersecurity, right? So next thing I would like to share is the benefits and the challenges. So actually, the benefits I have already shared it. So if you combine AI and cryptography, uh, you have that power of detecting anything or take security measures, okay, which would be totally adaptive on the situation, okay. And then only if you have enough data, and for example, if you are training and if you are using reinforcement kind of techniques for your AI, by which I mean that the AI actually detects, measures, and trains itself, okay. Then you can imagine, then you have a different level of AI which is actually helping you, detecting it, and at the same time it is actually training itself, right? So that it can detect those kind of sophisticated techniques and the advanced malwares or viruses, which for us humans would be impossible, okay. Or we might get it, but it would take a long amount of time, okay. uh, but the AI will do it because it is rigorously doing this for a long period of time, and it is parallelly training itself, right? So these are actually the advantages of normal and traditional techniques. Okay, over the traditional techniques, if we use AI, then we have much more control over these things. Okay, now not only the defensive side of it, if you go for the offensive side of AI, then you have a very good chances and very good powerful tool with you for which I'm going to give you an example. For example, if there are thousands of algorithms, cryptographic protocols in the market, right? But imagine a protocol which has not been yet released, or we don't have any paper of it, right? We don't have any implementation. So, for example, if you have an AI which has the knowledge of cryptography, okay, then it can help you to write such systems which are non-detectable, okay, and also which can bypass this AI defense system, okay. So not only AI can provide you the defensive way of cryptography, we can use this as an offensive tool also, right? Because you can make your own algorithms with it. You can have your own set of algorithms and own set of things. Then you can escalate it and make your own ransomware, right? So which will be detectable or non-detectable, but it will be adaptive to security measures taken by another AI, or it will be resilient to the cyber defense systems, right? So this thing, if you think about it, is really scary because you never know what an AI can do. Like it can make such a system which is not breakable right now. Okay, it can do it. So for our mathematicians or for our geniuses, it might take like more than an hour to break it. Okay, but those new systems are maybe there will be an AI which can make such a system which is non-breakable also, right? So the possibilities are infinity, right? And with infinite possibilities, there is a really great threat to the humanity also, because if it manages to it manages to create such a system, then you know that it will be a nightmare for us. So these are the advantages and the offensive side of AI. I'm telling you. So next we can discuss about the challenges. Okay, so we have heard everything about AI. Okay, now there must be some kind of limitations. Okay, and there must be some kind of challenges, because nothing can be so powerful and have no any side effects or any challenges or limitations, right? So the main limitation in case of AI in cryptography is the resources, because to train an AI you need proper data set and proper data resources, which you will feed into the AI so that it knows what is the system and what kind of attack are we planning to defend. So you must have a great quality of resources and quantity also of resources to train your AI. And the next thing we have are the adversarial attacks. So suppose we have an adversary, who is actually trying to attack your AI. So you can think AI as a child, okay, which is actually learning. So the thing which it doesn't know, actually it cannot do anything, right? So in case of like really tricky attacks, or if the advisory knows that you are using an AI, okay, it will know the trick to bypass the AI or something like that. So that is a limitation of our AI system. And the third thing is our scalability. So basically, any kind of AI application needs a huge amount of resources, uh, which in terms of traditional system is really easy to implement and deploy, right? So for maintaining an AI over that, you need a great huge amount of resources in your service. So that is one kind of limitation, you can say. But in today's world, this thing is not an issue for most of the systems, because we actually use terabytes or gigabytes or petabytes of data nowadays, and we have those powerful servers, right? But the thing is the scalability, because uh, it is really hard to scale an AI to that kind of to take those kind of leverages where it can detect, okay, those kind of powerful attacks in a fraction of time, because it needs resources, data, and it needs good architecture, right? Because at a single time it will be maybe in case of for example, in case of DDoS, right, uh, a huge amount of responses it's going to handle, right? So in case of those things, we need like proper resources, and scalability issues are there. So next up, we'll go about the future outlook, like what in the future we might expect from this AI and AI in cryptography. So basically, in our future outlook, we expect a lot of changes in this traditional way of implementing the protocols, because if we introduced AI and then we harvest the power of AI to implement such kind of robust systems, then it's gonna change the way of implementing everything and the protocols also. So there is a huge chance that in near future, if we implement some kind of AI protocols, okay, with the usage of cryptography in it, then that might provide you a really strong and sustainable system, okay. So but it has the the what do you say, the limitations and the restrictions that we have been discussing about. So in the emerging trend, if you see, we have this two things I have listed down. This is homophoric system, that is homophoric encryption, and one thing is quantum, which is actually a hot topic right now. So quantum resilient algorithms. So that means that these kind of algorithms, cryptography algorithms, are actually resilient to quantum attacks. Okay, and the biggest example would be NIST recently published something, an article that they have been working on a quantum resilient algorithm in this scenario, which is actually not breakable by quantum kind of attacks. Okay, so the most powerful attack we can imagine in today's world is like a quantum computer breaking all the stuffs, right, chunking everything. So if if you find such a system which is quantum resilient, and then there is a possibility that quantum attacks will not be useful against our AI crypto system also, because then AI will actually beat the computational power. Okay, so it actually needs computational power, but it can beat the computational power of these systems. Okay, so this is the total emerging kind of stuff and future trends if you look about. So if you talk about the evolving landscape of this AI and cryptography, the integration of AI and cryptography has been ever evolving actually. Okay, people have been trying to implement AI in cryptography, trying to build something with AI, and it is a continuous development process. Okay, which actually plays a crucial role in enforcing your security, right? Because if you can come up with such a system which involves your power of AI and the robustness and the power of cryptography, then the integrity and the sustainability of a system or a secure system in our digital world will be increased, right? So in that way, actually AI can help you in case of cryptography or in case of solving complex tasks of cryptography and implementing new things all about in this new era. This is the future trend, and I guess that's all from my side. So the topic of AI with cryptography is a really interesting, and if you think in a broader sense, AI is everywhere nowadays. Okay, from traffic lights to airports to home systems and everywhere. So why can't it be in cryptography, right? Because it is such a powerful term, and it has been used by almost every system to secure the data. So if we can harness the power of AI, then that would be wonders for us, right? So I want to thank you that I want to thank everyone over here for giving me the opportunity to present you this talk, and also I'm really open to any kind of discussion regarding AI and cryptography or cryptography in general. So I have been researching for the past 1.5 years in a protocol, and if you wanna connect with me, just hit me up on LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere. Okay. Thank you very much. That's all from me. So if you have any kind of questions, you can just use the chat over here. I would love to take the questions.
A broken neighbor is your mind. All the scars, let's leave them behind. We light the world up now, let us fire in your eyes. To the darkness, into the night. A broken neighbor is your mind. All the scars, let's leave them behind. We light the world up now, let us fire in your eyes. To the darkness, into the night. broken